Hello, everybody. My cameras are wrong, so just bear with me. But we're really excited to be here nonetheless. We are back for another, I believe, the 5th episode of Witch Girl Adventures, which is amazing to me, like just mind-boggling. That we started this as just like, we're gonna play some fun games. And then it was like, more Witch Girls. And here we are, so much later, playing more Witch Girls. So I don't know what else to say other than to give these wonderful ladies a chance to, explain who they are and tell us their characters so that we can hop right back in, because we left on a little bit of a cliffhanger last week. And a lot of things happened. So there will also be a bit of a recap. So while I situate cameras, let's start on the opposite side. So we're actually going to start with Eris. Eris, you are up.
Oh god, I wasn't ready. I was muted.
Oh no!
Hi, I'm Eris. I make dice trays and a bunch of stuff, and I stream a lot. I am playing Raven Callahan. She is an alteration witch who is a bit of a jinx, but you know, she's lucky to be around, so she's always got her friends back. She's super helpful.
She is that indeed. And even though she's a jinx, she's actually the best person to have around, in all honesty. If you think about it.
It depends on your perspective, I suppose.
Well, I'm an optimist, so I would say she's well worth having around, considering the fact everybody gets bonuses just by you being around. So next up we have our other cute little innocent poor little witch. We have Loretta. You're not Loretta. I'm so sorry. Clearly I'm in camera mode. Let me try that again. Gluttonous Geek is here with us. She plays Loretta. Introduce yourself and tell us more about Loretta.
Hi there, my name is Catherine Barsonistas. I run the nerdy food blog, The Gluttonous Geek, and I play Loretta Maytree, a conjuration/divination witch who came from sort of a 1950s sitcom alternate reality, and now is just trying to make it in the world of color and questionable morals.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Awesome. And we have Kika with us tonight as well.
Yes, speaking of morals, well, first off, I'm Kika. I do inclusivity panels, and I play in a lot of stream games. I play Elizabeth, who is the youngest of the group at 12, though she currently, using her time and space magic, aged herself to the age of about 25, because she felt the group needed an adult, because she is the moral center of the group. She is very much concerned with arcane ethics.
That she is. That she is. We'll see how this... I'm interested. This is going to be a really fun episode for you. One, because we're in a new time, which has a totally different moral code of ethics. But, yeah, there's a... I have to put my dot flavor on it, so there will be a twist. We'll see how adulting goes for you in the ancient past.
We're in the age of virtue ethics.
It's true. It is super true. We also have Shauna here with us. Hey, Shauna.
Hey, I'm Sean Oxoni. I do art and playing a bunch of games online. And I'm playing Jess Hana, half werewolf protection / healing witch who loves broom sports and is probably the least knowledgeable about magic in general because she was raised in mundane, so all this stuff is wild to her.
Yeah. You're all a little bit of outcast, let's be real. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that's like why the universe brought you all together. And last but certainly not least, and now with a face, my apologies, is Tiffany.
Yes, thank you. I am Tiffany. I am part of the North by Northwest podcast with Dot. I'm currently one of our GMs, as well as playing, because you can't make me stop playing. I also do cosplay and things online under RTS Cosplay, so come check that out. And I am playing Percy Rosewood. She is an elementalism / cybermancy witch. She's all about figuring out both the universe's code and the technological code and how they go together. And you can't stop her hashtag game.
Well, there are no hashtags in ancient Greece.
She'll make them.
Well, gang, I'm Dot, and we are back, like I said, for...
Hashtag needs to come around sometime.
It's true, yeah. I might as well invent it early, yeah. But welcome to the Dotlet. I'm excited for another episode of Witch Girl Adventures. But before we can hop in and I can do a recap and blah, we can talk about drama and bars and things like that. I have to say, we're doing something very special for this game in particular. I am about to launch on Twitter a giveaway that includes a set of dice, along with a custom dice tray by Erisavad, and a hard copy of the Witch Girl Adventures, guide. I don't even have a hard copy. I have a soft cover, so even more special than the one that I've been running this game off of. All by simply following, retweeting, and sharing the information about your love of Witch Girls. So I'm going to hit go on that here in just a second. But in addition, that is going to run until our final episode where we will announce the winner. On that episode, we're also going to do 2 additional giveaways. Both include custom items, one created by the Gluttonous Geek, and one by Shauna herself, including some art, little art action, little recipe action, little more witchy action, and you're going to get a digital copy of the PDF copy of the Witch Girl Adventures. So we're going to be giving away a ton of stuff. So I'm going right now. Here I go. Right now. I'm hitting go. The tweet is live. It's live.
Woo!
There it is.
With spirit fingers.
With spirit fingers. Do-do-do-do. I'm going to go ahead and just pin it to the top of my profile page. That's the easiest way to locate it. I think I just replaced the picture of me and Ball. It's fine. I was feeling a little murdery that week. I'm feeling a little witchy this week. It's great. So let's hop right in. So last week, some odd things went down, but most importantly, they met a new group of people. Or witches, one of which was a warlock, one of the very first warlocks we've actually had the chance to meet. And so, they were sent on a mission, a task to receive something, and they found themselves, after being transported, in Greece. In Greece. I'm gonna let you guys finish. What else happened during our escapades last week? That's the, big outline.
We turned a computer into a bird and then into a rock.
Oh, that's right.
That disappeared.
That was me.
And it had glowing red coat all over it.
It's true.
And we gave it a box home because it was our pet evil rock.
I forgot
It disappeared.
all
though.
about
That's
Pet
the
Rock.
We named
So now we just have
it
a
Sherman.
Wherever Sherman is.
Oh, Sherman. This is true. So, I guess,
Episode 4, the search for Sherman.
before you made it to Greece, you guys found yourself in a bit of a predicament, and that predicament, of course, was the fact that there was something happening in the computer labs. An evil virus had kind of taken over, and it includes 2 students. Percy made a bold choice, and found herself also infected by the virus. The adults stepped
Great
in.
word for stupid. Just saying.
She made a very bold choice. That is all we're gonna say about that.
You left her in time alone. You should have.
Yeah, I mean, Elizabeth made the brilliant plan
I
of
did
pausing
nothing of the
time, and Percy decided to come in contact with the virus, which she devilishly fought off to her best, but was still found herself a little congested coming out the other side.
She's fine though.
It's fine. Of course, this drew quite a lot of worry because after doing a little bit of research and coding or trying to figure out where this came from, Percy was able to decipher that this was planted here by our infamous HB, right? HB. Yeah. That is what led you to meet this group of cybermancy. They're not necessarily students anymore, but they were. Cybermancy practitioners, we'll say. And they brought you with them on a little cyber trip. You guys hopped into a very odd and strange, very high-tech piece of technology, and found yourself traveling through, you don't know if it's time, space, or cyberspace, but you were traveling. And the rolls were bad enough that you got cut off. Midway through, you were not supposed to get lost. You're supposed to keep up. And that did not happen. And you found yourself in the middle of ancient Greece, in a kind of forum, square, bazaar type area. You costumed yourself to match the time. And are now currently standing in an alleyway, kind of overlooking the bazaar, where an older gentleman with a very large white beard and a white draped outfit stands kind of addressing the audience.
And I will cast no language on all of us.
That's probably smarter than Percy pulling out her cell phone in ancient Greece.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's the target of the spell will understand and speak all languages.
Nice.
Yay!
Yay!
So
So you guys begin to kind of understand him. He talks with this boisterous voice. It echoes off of the marble kind of pillars, columns, and stone buildings that surround this open bazaar. And it makes a natural auditorium, if you would, in its kind of cylindrical shape. And he says, "Gather, brothers, sisters, and thank you for that raid. Thank you. We gather here today to witness the trial of a traitor." A couple people, boo. He continues, since you guys stand in silence, like,
We're just
maybe like 5 heads around the side of an alleyway, like peering out.
Percy, Elizabeth, are we actually back in time, or is this computer stuff?
Well, okay, so we could either be back in time, or we could have gotten dropped in some strange MMORPG. So probably the best thing to do
Mark?
I like.
is
You just see Jess like light up. It's like, oh, I like option B better than A.
yes. Oh, sorry, Loretta. Option B is a game.
Oh,
So it could be a game, or somehow the internet dropped us back in time.
So first option is a lot of consequences. Second option, no consequences.
Yes.
Well, we
but
are
how
still.
do we know the difference?
Well, I don't actually know, but maybe if we like pluck a flower, we'll see like source code or not.
Loretta tries shuffling the Konami code because she heard something about games and like moving her feet different directions.
So as you guys are like whispering, you hear the crowds getting kind of rustle. You can't see what's happening, but they are up on a little bit of like a stair or like stoop that's about 3 or 4 stairs high, and you can see that somebody is brought out, dropped, and the audience kind of is booing in the background behind this conversation, and the audience goes from booing to this like roarous, like, yeah. You can't see what happened, but yeah, you can't see what happens. You can roll for this. Let's see. You are more than happy to roll. Is there like there's gotta be a history.
I have mythology.
Okay. That's something I did not know you had. That's good to know. Okay.
Yes.
I have
I mean-
basics, which I think covers basic academics.
Yeah, I think that, yeah. You can roll that. You could, yeah, let's roll that. So it would be, that's a mind die plus that. Let's see. You a smart person. You can handle this.
Please.
Do you want me to roll 2 or just 1?
Anybody that feels like they have something that would be relevant, you can make the pitch to me for it. Okay.
Add
I got
one.
12.
A 12.
And an 8 for Percy.
Okay.
Hey, 3.
Oh god.
Hey!
Oh yeah, we're nailing this today. Okay.
We did not.
Yeah, Loretta's school
great
was
day.
mostly being playing at school, and
Okay.
it was a 1950s sitcom
It
after all.
was a 1950s sitcom. We can't
And,
blame you for that.
All the
Okay.
history's based off of like Elizabeth Taylor movies and like old. In fact, all the costumes that she conjured up look like something out of a Ben-Hur or Julius Caesar, just like a really like retro Hollywood movie.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Percy is Ben-Hur.
Okay, so here's what happened. The highest roll definitely came from Percy, right? No, I'm sorry,
Elizabeth.
from Elizabeth, because you rolled first, yeah.
Yup.
All right, Elizabeth, there is a lot of hyper-realism here, meaning, like, a lot of this looks historically accurate to your book knowledge of ancient Greece, though you yourself have never traveled to the past. But there are some things that stand out to you as odd. When you really start taking a look at the people in this game, in this place, you realize that they have tiny, like all the women have very tiny waists. And the men have extremely broad shoulders. And their outfits don't vary very much from one another. They are kind of similar here, kind of similar there, as if maybe copy and pasted multiple times. And you watch as you begin to take this in kind of across the crowd, it parts, and you see whoever they brought out has been slain across this white marble. His blood now runs down, and something happens around you. A voice, an overhead voice, big, looming, as if a god, comes in and says, "Game over. Would you like to restart?"
Oh.
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 Okay, it's a game.
Yes.
And as just to say yes, the world around you kind of like simmers out. All of you stand in kind of a black void as it comes back, and you're now in the bazaar where you were 10, 12, 15 minutes ago. It all has like restarted.
Okay,
Oh.
so how do we get out of the game?
I suppose we just have to play it?
Yeah, complete it, yeah.
It might help if we this time go in and see what this whole trader business is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Percy walks into the bazaar.
Yep, I'll follow.
Okay, there's
Stick together. Stick together.
so
Y'all
there.
get lost.
Stick together.
There is, it's kind of a bustle of activity. People walk past. You all kind of stand out a little bit, just because you're not literal video game characters. You look significantly more normal. But there's a couple people at, like, stands and stalls selling things. 3 or 4 women bustle past carrying large baskets of bread. One of them may be laundry, you're not sure. Linens of some kind. But it seems to be general activity, and things are just kind of, people are bustling about.
Percy's going to walk towards where the guy had been talking.
Okay,
Previously?
yeah, to the little stoop area.
Yeah.
Yeah, you walk up the 3 or 4 steps, you realize there's an overhang, and there are a few pillars that hold this upper floor or balcony up. You don't know what the building itself is. It's unmarked. You're welcome to go in, I guess, if you'd like, but it is just out front.
Okay, is that guy still there? Like, did he reset?
He has reset, but he's not there yet.
Well, what do you guys think? Should we stay here and see if that same guy comes back, or should we just start exploring?
Can't we like force quit the game?
Oh,
Oh.
maybe. Percy's gonna pull out her cell phone and see if she can like tap in to like a game menu.
Sure. Okay, you're gonna have to roll that. That's definitely a cybermancy check. Yeah, you're gonna have to roll for that one and see what you can find.
Okay.
Oh, thank you for the bits.
Do you want straight cybermancy, or do you want like computer programming, computer.
Yeah, you could do it. Okay, so I'll let you choose. If you feel like there's a spell that you can use, you're welcome to try to use it. And that would use like cybermancy. If not, and you just want to make a straight like hacker roll, it'll be a mind plus your computer stuff.
Yeah, I don't really know. Yeah, I'm not really sure what kind of spell I would use. So I guess I will use
Yes, Alt 4.
computer programming.
Hit Alt 4.
Control Alt Delete. I want the task command.
Okay.
13.
Okay, that's not too bad. So you begin kind of clicking away. You're trying really hard to tap in. You get to a menu, but you have zero. It's kind of looking in from the backside of a mirror. You have zero control of it. You realize that you're in somebody else's game.
Oh.
You are not the main player.
Oh, okay, you guys. So we're in a game, but we're not in our own instance of the game. We're like in someone else's game.
Who's the player?
The menu won't help us. Oh, can I see player info?
You see a handle. I don't know. It's the player's handle is like bad, spelled with 2 A's, because why not? Bad warlock. But it's just LK. There's like no vowels, you know. And bad warlock is that's all that you can read about the player. Themselves, like the person physically playing. Like there's a profile. They seem to be connected into one of the witches, networks, the worldwide witch networks.
Okay.
So they are definitely witch.
Wasn't that young man that we met earlier? Wasn't he like a gamer? I saw like I guess it was controller on his belt.
Yeah, but they kept going, and we got stuck.
Try telling them that we say hello.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Yeah.
You can message people, right? Can't you message the guy that we met earlier and say, hey, we're stuck in this... Can you grab us?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could try, but I mean, it's not like he gave me his email.
Does anyone remember his name?
Bert.
Bert.
Tiffany. Yes, his name was Bert. Tiffany.
Yeah.
You guys are in like a very crowded, kind of busy area. I'm gonna have you roll me a body die.
Ooh,
and any kind of reflex that you have, because somebody bumps into you as you're kind of like standing there with your cell phone.
That's not great. That's a 3.
Oh.
I mean, it's only a D4. I don't have great body.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay. Oops. Alright. This person like shoulders you, not purposefully. It's definitely not a purposeful one, but they do shoulder you, and it causes the phone to like jump and clatter against the stone. When this happens, a few people around turn and look, and all of them are like, what is this strange object? One woman says, and another one goes, what is this magics? And it kind of, people start kind of beginning to crowd around and take note.
Percy dives for it.
Okay.
To grab it, going, the town soothsayer gave it to me. I must take it back to her.
You hear a booming voice that says, Soothsayer, I am the soothsayer of this town, and I did no such thing.
It was a different town.
Everyone like turns and looks at the dude with the beard standing in front of everyone, ready to start this point of the game. I guess.
Gosh, Loretta is gonna try to cast brain fart on like pretty much everyone that noticed. She's gonna try, but
yeah, I was looking for the name of the spell right now. I would like to also cast that.
Okay.
What strange contraption? We have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
That the Jedi.
Yeah, you don't know anything. Okay, both of you are welcome to roll it. There are, how many people does it affect is the real question. Is it 1 by 1? Or is this like a Men in Black style thing where you can, like, wipe the memory of lots of people? Oh, no, I think we lost one of them. Both of them. Nope. Okay, they're both back. Good.
I'm having some major connectivity issues right now,
That's
so...
okay.
Same.
Oh, what are we
so that
playing?
is 9,
Okay.
and y'all are frozen.
Oh, okay, well, we can...
Brilliant.
I was about to say, we can still hear you. Let me see if she can get this message. Oh, nope, there she goes. She'll be back. I have no doubt about it. For those of you at home, while we finish this up, we're playing a tabletop game called Witch Girl Adventures. It's its own system. It's a really great system, and I quite like it.
Okay.
So, there she is, and she's back. So, let's take a peek at these rolls. So, we got a 9. This is a soothsayer. Your magic does not affect him. And he kind of looks at you very funny.
Hey.
Hey! He looks at both of you very funny as you wave your hands in front of his face. Everybody kind of does. And,
I was casting at like the person who originally saw it.
I was trying to cast
okay.
it. Whoever actually noticed what was going on.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
like
everybody's
the
kind of
original-
noticed at this point.
Like,
So, what I need to know is the spell itself, just looking at it, does it tell you how many people it affects?
No.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think 1, yeah.
I think one person. Okay.
Okay.
You guys both cast at the same time. This woman, you see, like, magic smacks her in one side of her face, magic smacks her in the other. And she kind of, like, pauses as she stares at the ground, and she stands up and she goes, "What was I doing?" Okay. I'm sorry. Were we talking? And she looks right at Percy.
No. You just got here.
Oh, I'm sorry. And she, like, picks the basket of stuff up that she spilled and continues walking. Everybody else around's, like, definitely noticing you guys because the woman that was just in conversation now doesn't care. They all saw it happen, and the soothsayer's staring at all of you. So the soothsayer, he says, "I came here today to make a speech about how we were going to kill a traitor." And the town is like, oh.
Oh, that's
says-
very exciting. You should continue talking about that.
But now I'm more interested in the 5 women
Oh,
who
I'm
are new
intrigued,
to
I'm
town.
sorry. Oh, that was not what you're talking about.
you guys really don't like visitors, do you? We literally just got here, and now you're calling all this attention to us.
He says, "You claim to be me."
No,
we didn't.
No, we didn't. No.
No.
This is definitely some kind of deception. For everybody that wants to lie. Let me
Well,
figure...
technically, we didn't claim to be the soothsayer.
No, we
claimed
claimed
that
to
the
be him.
soothsayer gave me a cell phone.
Okay, you're right. He said, he nods, he says, "I should choose my words more carefully. You all said that I gave you a strange magical instrument, in which I did not."
Well, was a soothsayer from a different town. And we just got here. And you should...
And what town would that be? Everybody's like, "Yeah, what town is that? Yeah.
Troy?
You've come from the great town of Troy?"
Percy's not good on her feet.
Yes, we did.
Troyville. It's New Troy. It's the smaller one that's just right outside of the harbor, somewhere out on the islands out there.
Everybody's brow kind of furrows. A few of them whisper because Troy is a war zone. Basically, like it's currently very active in a war. You guys do not look like you've come from there. He says, "All right. We will take in and provide safe haven to those who flee from Troy. But if you lie to the people of this town, we will know." "We know, yes, we know. Yes, we know." Say the kind of computerized NPCs all and they're like repeating itself. And he says, "Now, back to our task at hand. Bring out the traitor!" And the video game picks up where you guys kind of witnessed it from afar last time. And this man is brought out. He seems thin, kind of emaciated. Definitely hasn't seen the sun. His eyes squint. And they toss him to the ground.
Do we recognize the man at all?
You do not. It is definitely not Bert.
Is it Bad Warlock?
Is it bad?
Does he have a name above-
Actually, he does have a name above his head. It says Bad Warlock. Yes.
You guys, that's our player.
What do we do? Okay, so what's our plan? Should we?
Watch this.
No, it's
You
gonna
send a secret
We're gonna have to
message.
restart again. We're gonna have to go through this again. We're gonna have to go through this again.
Okay, I think I've got an idea.
We might do better next time.
We can still do it this time.
We might do better next
He begins to grovel. I didn't do anything. I swear I didn't steal it. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. And the soothsayer says, "Silence! This is a town built on virtue, not your vices. You were caught red-handed stealing player number 367's gold pieces."
God, he really is a bad warlock.
Oh, PvP bad. Ooh.
I mean, he spelled it 2 ways. Pretty terrible to start. Okay.
All right. See what happens, and
Yeah, stick with me. If my connection's being bumpy, I can see it on my end. It's like coming in and out, so just bear with. It's trying so hard. All right, so he sure enough reaches down. A man brings out a knife, very beautiful knife, and he says, "For your crimes against player number," and starts again. "You are sentenced to death in the realm of Crete." And he grabs him by the head. He says, "No, please."
Crap. Too late.
And blood pours out everywhere. It like spews unnaturally across the white marble stairs. His body drops to the ground. People are like, "Yeah!"
So, who's the player number 320 something gold pieces?
So, let's just mosey our way out of the town square first.
Yeah, let's do that. And
Not a bad idea.
yeah.
hey, Percy, when it resets, don't take your phone out.
We're not gonna come back to the town square. Let's just, like, a corner.
Game over. Would you
Oh,
like
that-
to start again?
No.
It restarts anyways.
Oh,
Everything around you fades and like crinkles to black, and it comes back up about 10 minutes earlier. You're still standing where you were. You're in the middle of town, but it like repopulates around you, and people are like moving.
All right.
Let's just look natural. We're going over here
Yeah,
now.
just watch. Just wait. Yeah, just wait until
We're gonna-
you go.
Walk somewhere that's not the crowded middle
I know.
of everything.
Okay. Um.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so do we want to try and chat with Bad Warlock?
We can
or-
do that.
Well,
I
I
can also,
mean,
we could also try to teleport us out.
oh,
Oh.
I like
Oh.
that.
oh,
Okay.
that. But I just remembered.
Yes.
Oh, I just remembered. I just learned this in class. It's a spell called Modem, and I can travel between two computers.
Mhm.
So we can also try that. If Elizabeth's doesn't work, maybe I can. Well, if I can't find Bert, and then maybe I can at least pop us back at the
Yeah.
school. I mean, we wouldn't have done what we were told to do, but we'd be out of here.
Yeah, I've also been studying, and I can can travel between dimensions.
Okay.
Let's try that first.
Okay. Wait. Try that now, and then we'll see what we do there.
Loretta is going to quietly cast Find to see if she can find Bad Warlock before he even shows up, dragged by other people.
Cool.
So
All right.
that-
So we've got a few things happening. Again, if there's lag, I apologize. It's like there and not there. Okay. So. There it goes. Let's get your wanting to roll for this search. So, or the locate spell. Go ahead and do that.
9, 10, okay. Gotta roll for me.
This is the worst time of night for my internet. It is always like this at this time. I hate it. I hate it.
Go Loretta.
Okay, there we go.
Loretta.
Okay. They got a 14.
Oh, good.
A
Nice.
14. Not too shabby.
Okay.
Okay. You cast this spell. It manifests more as like a trail. This kind of wispy trail that only you can see. As you cast it, it kind of exits this purplish smoke and kind of slithers off through the crowd of people, not touching anyone. Nobody notices, and it wisps off in the direction actually you guys came from, like where you actually first landed, which is about 400, 500, 600 feet the opposite direction in this town. Oh my gosh, it looks like we got a donation too, and Drama Bar is full. That's so fun. Thank you for that very much. I just noticed it came through with all the lagging.
I was just thinking it was at my end for a second there.
No, I think mine's like in and out, but it looks like it's stabling out now, so it's getting a little bit more stable. I'm hoping, praying. Okay, so who else wanted to do something? So I give you that. What else is everybody else up to at this point?
I did want to say that we can't pop out of the school's computers because they're all virused up and dead.
Well, no, I have my laptop in the dorm, but then also I know that Professor, is it Croft?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Professor Croft's computer too.
Mhm.
So we don't have to go to the library computers that are.
We don't want to go.
Well, I just cast a find spell to try to find Bad Warlock. That it's that way. Should we head over that direction?
Yes, let's go that way.
Oh well, that way's away from the soothsayer. So to start.
But this talking to Bad Warlock doesn't do much for us. We should probably try to get out so we can start the stuff again and maybe find an adult.
You are the adult here.
I mean, potentially, if we're stuck in Bad Warlock's game, if Bad Warlock logs out, we can get kicked out of it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe. Or we're stuck. I don't
It's
know.
not our fault that Bad Warlock's bad at this game.
But what if we are shut down along with the game?
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, how
That's
about
a
we
point.
just try to get out of here? I don't like the place.
Yeah, we should probably try to get back. I can cast a dimensional travel, which will open a gate.
All right.
But maybe some place where people aren't going to see us.
Okay, around the corner.
Is the internet a dimension?
We'll
Like for
find
dimensional
out.
travel?
Yeah,
I was gonna say we're gonna find out. All right, let's
We
get
will
these rolls.
find out.
We will find out. So you have a hit on at least knowing the direction of Bad Warlock.
Well, we should at least go that way because it's away from the town. So if something goes wrong, we don't have a bunch of NPCs mad at us.
Okay, we run in that direction. And how do you hide in this game?
That's a good question. I believe hiding.
You like crouch?
Yeah, it's yeah, I guess in this game in particular, you can try a few different things. You guys are welcome to crouch. You get a feeling because you don't have names above your head that you guys are being treated more like NPCs than you are actual player characters.
Okay, well, I think since we're in Bad Warlock's game and we don't have like the name above the head, we might just be ignored as long as we don't, drop our cell phone in the middle of town.
Yes, don't interact with them.
Roy.
Okay, so we just stay out of direct line of sight of things and then go.
Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
Let's
Stealth game.
do that.
Okay. So we do that.
So we do that. Yeah, so you guys kind of
We do the thing.
you guys sneak and bob and follow this purple trail. It takes you kind of out and down past the stables. There seems to be a prison, or what you can assume to be a prison. It's a small stone structure, and you see two large men and Bad Warlock being drugged as if he's getting ready to come into town, and they look to probably cross your path.
Duck, hide?
Hide. Hide.
Hide.
Yes.
Yep, hide.
We're hiding.
Hide and try your... So you can get us out of here. Otherwise...
The two guards, you guys kind of crouch. They don't really even notice you. One of them's like, get out of the way for the few other people that are here, kind of shouts ahead to clear the path. Bad Warlock, jerks and pulls in their, tight grasp. I didn't do it, I swear. It wasn't me. The save is corrupted. I'm just caught on a loop. I can't believe this. Oh my god. You can, hear his voice coming from, his, video game mic. He goes, God, I can't believe this. I can't believe that I'm gonna have to die over and over. Do you know how many levels I've put into this character? How much time I've put into this? The guards are like, sir, you are guilty of treason. Please. And they kind of keep dragging him as if they are just continuing through their stuff, their spiel. They jerk him past you.
Bad Warlock's stuck in a bad game.
Well, he can always turn off the game.
Maybe you should...
But he says it's a virus. He's stuck in a loop.
He can contact a server admin.
Yeah. So just give me 1 second before we leave, and Percy's gonna try to get back into that menu bar and report a bug.
Okay.
Loretta is going to literally cast some bugs by casting Swarm on the two guards.
Okay. All right, let's get a roll from both of you. Percy, yours, of course, would be the Cybermancy, magic die, and your casting. Loretta, yours is also casting. So you guys roll them up.
7.
7.
Report a bug.
Sorry, man, it is being slow tonight. It just really hates
13.
me. Okay, 7 and 13. 7 and 13. Man. See. Alright, at the 7, you manage to get back in. But as you attempt to send something out, you realize that because you were caught in a corrupted save, it doesn't go out. It's kind of in, it is in a loop. And this corrupted save is, keeping information from going out and keeping new information from being placed over the save file, which immediately tells you, regardless of your success, that you are not... You're on a saved file. You're not in the internet. You're not on the web. You're not in somebody's computer. You guys have been accidentally dropped onto a saved file.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I can cast a spell called Spell Mail, which basically, magically sends an email.
Oh.
Is there any information Percy can see that would give her, a place to send something?
The only way you would know to be able to do that would be to try to search what game this is. Find their website, their server, and find their support at whatever. You need to figure out what the game is.
You could also mail the Cybermancy teacher, and maybe she could come get us.
You could also do that if you felt like you were in trouble.
Well, Percy's still confident that between her and Elizabeth we can find a way out, since she just learned that, computer to computer travel spell, as long as she can, get the magic to work. So she's not quite there yet.
Okay.
She can just put
So
it in
what's
her
up with
mind.
these bugs, though?
Yeah, those bugs, though. Bugs out. Who are you shooting them at?
I'm casting that on the two guards that are dragging our poor bad warlock along.
But he's
Okay.
a bad warlock.
So, they manifest, not in the way you expect. They kind of pixelate in to the setting around them, and they buzz and swarm. The guards kind of swat and bat as Bad Warlock begins to struggle as well and rips himself free. He kind of falls to the ground to catch himself, and then when he realizes he's free, he starts to run. And the two guards are like, "Hold where you are!" The other one goes, "I can't run after him. I took an arrow to the knee." He goes, "I know!" And they start trailing after him in their little toga outfits. And
Can we get a hold of him now?
Go get him. I'll create a distraction. I just get on my broom and
Wait, why are we getting him? Why?
No, wait.
It's the right thing to do.
No, it's not. It's just a game.
As they run by us and they're all like chattering, Percy casts upgrade to try and help Bad Warlock. But one of the things this does is it cures the problems and glitches caused by virus spells.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay.
So it's a rank 2 cybermancy.
Okay. You're gonna need a nice high roll for this. So I suggest, yeah, go for it. Let's do it. Don't forget your +1 for old Jinx being around.
17!
That is really good. Okay, great. You have this like moment. You're like, okay, wait, yeah. He's like, and they're like running after him. People are parting. Jess hops on a broom. Things are getting chaotic, and you quick type something in. What you're able to do from the back side of the menu with this spell is realize that this corrupted file is corrupted because the computer it's saved on has a virus. So it's not the file. The file is just corrupt because it wasn't a good save file. It wasn't a good data file caused by a larger corruption. You guys watch as Percy almost gets like pixelated in nature, partially transparent, as if she's going to fade out. A portion of your energy, Percy, your actual zap, your life, your magic essence, is ripped across cyberspace and is like literally smashes into his computer. And it actually dukes it out with this virus. What it does is it kills a portion of the virus, not all of it. That's on his computer. It does not uncorrupt the save file, because the data file is just corrupt. But you have a feeling that he can reset the game now and potentially pull up an older, safer recovery file before all of you were here.
Okay.
All right. Jess zooms off on a broom. What's the plan, Jess?
I guess with that, like she's just sitting there. I guess.
Okay.
Now.
Yeah, you're like ready to go.
Everyone told her to stop, and so like, okay.
I love it. Jess is so good. Oops. Okay. Anybody else want to take action?
I'm gonna try to dimension travel us out.
All right. Okay. Where are you going?
Well, it's her first time doing this spell, so she wants to go someplace where she's really familiar and also kind of close to where they started. So I think she wants to teleport them to her dorm building back at Chiron Academy.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay. Let's see how you do. That's a big one too. That'll be a big roll. We'll see.
Yeah, but I have all these pluses. So.
Worth it.
Got lots of pluses, and Raven's right next to you, looking very confused and scared and not sure what to do. She's just kind of frozen.
Yeah.
So cute.
Running through all the spells in her mind, she's like, "No, I don't know that one."
So I have my time and space. I have my wand. I have
it's not
the
really
casting.
Check. Yep.
I think it's +10.
Oh no.
Oh man. Oh
It's
man.
still 11.
It is still an 11. All right. So here's what happens. You're at you have a lot of bonuses. You have a lot of things working with you on this. And as you try to collect all of the girls and move elsewhere, you realize that though this qualifies as a dimension, you hit a door. So basically, until the corrupted file is no longer corrupt, it's kind of like saved in itself. You're not going to be able to move out of here. What does happen is as you all begin to like dissipate and reset, and like the travel, it drops you somewhere else in the world map. So you do travel to Crete, but you do it within this game. And the 5 of you out in this guy's game and end up inside of another location inside of this corrupt game file. And it drops you in the middle of Crete. Bustling streets, similar type vibe.
We're still in the game?
I think so, but
Yeah.
Are we still in his game? Because if it's his game, we're just gonna restart again because he's really bad at this.
Well, no, his game was his computer has a virus and it corrupted his save file. But I think I helped with the file.
Okay.
So if he can just reset to an older file, we'll be out of the loop.
Can you send him a message to do that?
Oh, I can try. Percy's gonna try to just in-game, like, if the game has, like, a chat.
Yeah, there's definitely a chat. You type in the back code, it actually appears in this, like, in the air in front of you. You guys look around to make sure, like, nobody's really witnessing this happening. And, sure enough, you enter and basically, like, DOS, the back door of DOS. What do you say to him?
And what's your username?
What's your username?
Can you be a mod? Can you pretend to be a mod?
Yeah, she's gonna pretend. So it's gonna say Percy Rose, and it's gonna have the little, like, star, whatever, for a mod.
Yep, okay.
Say, try opening an older save file. This one's buggy.
Okay. So, the cursor flashes blankly for a period of time before finally Warlock responds. And he says back, "No need to worry. I just decided to run from the problem. I won't die now. I'll save at the next save point."
Do we have to recapture him?
We might have to.
And that's not going to be very hard. He's very easy to capture, it seems like.
Can
Thank
I
you
cast
for your
reverse time to go
support.
back to right before the bug spell was cast?
Oh, you sure can try. Why not? This episode is a trash fire. This is
Can we
amazing.
just keep throwing spells everywhere? I'll turn it into a rock next.
15.
Okay.
Loretta knows nothing about video games except the Konami code, so I mean...
It's so good. Okay. So 15. That's actually pretty good. As this types literally the last letter, it says, "Thank you for your help, support staff." Right? Period clicks. Elizabeth casts the spell. It begins to reverse time inside of this, like... This also means that it's going to reverse him as well. So he begins running backwards. You guys dissipate and reappear back in the location. He comes running backwards up the path, falls to his knees, gets picked up. The bugs dissipate, and it stops right as they have just finished passing you.
All right, so what do we do? What do we do?
Okay, well, now we tell him to reload the old save file?
Well, did it keep my fix?
I think I
You're
reversed us to between the fix and the bugs coming out.
yeah.
No, what's happening?
Bugs
Right between
came out
there.
First, though.
So here's the fix that you did was on his computer, not on the game, right?
Right.
So
Okay.
that didn't necessarily change. The time that was reversed is in game. It's like rewinding a video. It affects nothing outside of that, if that makes sense. So I would say that probably your fix is fine.
Okay. Should I chat him again?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, all right,
Percy's gonna
chat him.
chat him again, pretending to be a mod.
Okay, when you chat him, you see he's like struggling. He's being drugged down the road. Your letters appear like in front of his face mid-air. Obviously, he's the only one that sees it. The two guards don't care. And what do you say?
I think she says the same thing. Reset to your previous save, you'll get out of the loop.
Something happens because clearly he's playing a game. So he pauses, and when he pauses, everything around all of you stops. Like just
So he doesn't notice.
Everyone
Everyone
freeze. So you all, everything kind of freezes around you, except for the response. He says, "I've already tried that. It didn't work."
Try again. Fix should be in place.
They say, he says back, "Okay, fine." And the world around you goes, black, as if there's a reset button that has been hit or a TV has been turned off. Maybe Loretta knows that, like what a TV looks like. And it's, you guys stand in a black void.
Okay, so now can we travel out?
So what do we do? What do we do now? Now it's
Yeah.
scary and it's blank.
No, everyone grab hands. Let's try to travel out.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Hands.
And then I cast a spell again.
Okay, let's get that spell, yeah.
Dimensional travel, go! 14.
Dimensional travel activate, 14. Well, the good news is the game is not on. So you guys kind of dissipate out just as that hint of the TV, as if it's going to come back on. And you're traveling through time and space again. Elizabeth leads the way. You guys are kind of like zooming. You are traveling through a cyber dimension, not actual space and time, this kind of other realm. And something reaches out and grabs Elizabeth hard by the arm. You can feel it. And it tugs you. All of you, yeah, you guys see, and she basically passes through this like infinite blue essence that surrounds all of you as you glide through. You can feel Elizabeth being ripped out.
I'm just trying to grab on really hard to the nearest person.
Yeah. You guys are all like, grab.
15.
Yep, direct grab. Hold on.
You guys grab, and it rips you through. It's like pulling you through a door that's far too small, as all 5 of you come crashing through and land on top of Bert.
Oh, Bert, it's you. Okay.
He's a very quaint man that is now under the weight of all 5 of you.
Hello, you may not recognize me, but it is me, Elizabeth, again.
Loretta turns like bright purple and just like shovels up and just kind of dusts off her clothes and notices she's still wearing a toga and just kind of uniform.
So, he kind of like, as he asks, kind of pushes all of you off, and he stands up again in his beautiful purple suit, and he straightens himself, as if a little embarrassed that he couldn't pull all of you through without losing his footing. And he says, I told you to follow closely.
We did our best.
No one told us what we were doing. No one ever tells us what we're doing. This is how we get in like this.
Well, I mean, we got out.
Barely.
Hey, barely still counts.
You were headed right for a cluster of viruses in his computer before I pulled you out. I had to backtrack quite a ways to find your trail through the cyber web, which is World Wide Web. That's what I was trying to say.
Well, Bert, thank you for your help. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Bert, before we go any further, what are we doing here?
Oh,
Where
one's
are
told
we?
us.
I look around to
yes,
see where we are.
I want to know where we've landed. Yes. You guys kind of take it in. You are in a kind of strange place. He looks at all of you and he says, we're in a server. You look up and it's as if giant cityscapes of buildings are there, but these are not buildings. These are giant towers of energy that pulses and electrodes back and forth. It passes information. You stand at the base, just a blip on this huge map of some kind of database or server. And he says, we are here to pick up the package. Remember?
Yes.
No one said what that meant, though.
They said they didn't know. It could be anything. But that we'll know it when we see it.
He smiles. Right at Raven. As somebody listened.
Raven gets kind of sheepish, like, oh,
We can thank Theater Nerd for some drama, by the way. That's coming. Thank you, Theater Nerd.
So, have you guys found the package yet?
No.
Most likely not, because he was busy saving us.
Yes. Strange older woman I do not know.
I'm Elizabeth.
Elizabeth is a child.
Yes.
Elizabeth has time and space magic, and she made herself older because she thought we needed an adult, but clearly
You
that
do.
didn't work.
He says at the exact same time she does. Clearly you do. It is fine. The best way to learn is through experience, and all of you have learned a valuable one, I hope. You could have been caught in that game forever.
But we got out. which I think shows some merit at least.
He kind of nods. It does. It does. Well, now, the other two there ahead, shall we?
Yes. We follow him.
Great. You guys walk along kind of the base of this for a while. Like I said, electricity literally like sparking giant above your heads, hundreds of feet, at least based on your size, in the air. He leads you around a few bends. Everything looks the same, just like tier and tier of these data piles, basically. And you round the corner and you see his other two travelers. The one in the overalls, and what did the other ones wear? I can't remember. Oh, the other one was in that like purple and orange like armor and robe. And they stand there, the two of them like arms crossed as if they've been waiting a while. They just stare at all of you. It's a good thing time doesn't matter here.
Yes, we made it safely, thank you.
For you, it was mere moments, but for us, it was 20 years.
Wah, wah, wah.
The kind of cute one with the pigtails and the overalls leans over and she goes, "Who's the older one?"
I am Elizabeth.
You mean the little one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't seem fazed by that concept whatsoever, as if it's normal. Well, we've not had any luck finding the
time
package.
witch.
Huh?
What's time to a time witch?
Well, the essence of everything they enjoy.
There are quite a number of very interesting papers on that subject. I can recommend some to you.
No thank you.
So this package, where should we look?
I don't know. We've looked everywhere. Yeah, we haven't really found anything. We went all up and through here. Usually it's just waiting on us.
I hope no one got here first and took it.
Well, nobody else knew it was here, right? And she like
How
looks
do
at the other two.
You know that no one else knows.
So you said you don't know what it looks like or what it is.
Loretta's gonna cast Find again.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just.
Does it say that you have to know what you're looking for?
Find the witch focuses on the
beggar
person or thing she's looking for and casts from her wand or hand a blue light. The light will go directly to what she's looking for if it's in range and hover over it. Doesn't really say she's actually seen it before.
That's
It
true.
says the bigger the target is, the less precise the result spell is.
Okay.
So it'll go in that general.
Direction. Okay, go
Yeah.
for it. Give it a run. I'll
So
take that.
just going off of knowing that it's a package that you've lost.
Don't forget
Yeah,
your
that
plus one
is
from Rita.
a plus the one from you. That is a 10 on a 14.
Okay, 14. On 14, and you said it's on a package. Am I correct? A package, lost package.
Knowing what you told me, it's a package that you're looking for that you've lost.
Okay. There's a moment where nothing happens.
You're glitching again.
Oh. So there's a moment where nothing happens.
Okay, there it is.
There you go. Okay, so there's a moment where nothing happens. Kind of slight pause and silence as all of you stand around waiting, and a small spark appears kind of in front of you, and it floats, peaking and gathering energy from the giant nodes around you, as if a fairy, but an electrode type fairy, and it buzzes and hisses, and it takes off at what would be considered the speed of lightning as it begins zooming forward, arcing electricity like arcs towards it, drawing it and pushing it forward.
Any other questions?
You're the only one that can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of character. Because last time you guys followed. Okay, fine.
No, we followed
No, we
you.
followed you.
Yeah, they followed you.
So
Okay.
yeah, Loretta's just looking around, looks at.
All right, follow me.
All right.
Okay.
Because she seems very
She's-
sure.
She's clearly pissed off for basically being scolded at and talked down to like a
Yeah.
child for the past 20 minutes, just because she doesn't know any of the cyber stuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean, yeah.
Yeah. So he kind of is like, he's like, well, she seems very sure of herself, and begins following you. Now it's moving pretty quickly, and your feet are gonna have to pick up pace as you guys begin running down and in between these. It hangs like a hard right and a hard left, and he's like, what are we chasing? The other two are like, I don't know. But Loretta is like hard and fast, like she knows where she's going.
All right.
The little electricity node, or little ferry, I'll call it, that has been running, collides Loretta with this huge tower. And when it does so via your eyes, you can see that its kind of energy like sparks and jolts like up the tower a few stories and comes to a resounding halt. It like pings a beam of light out. Nobody else can see it, but you can.
It's up there at the top.
Oh, why don't you take this then? I'll hand her my broom. It's like, I can't see it.
Oh,
You got this, Loretta. We believe
Yeah.
in you.
I'm really bad at flying.
You
All
can-
right.
I have my training broom. I could go with you.
I was gonna say I can also cast find, and I can also fly on a broom. Maybe.
You can borrow mine, so I don't have to fly.
Oh,
I can handle a training room.
we could just make you stairs. Can use Wizzy with
Actually, you know that bendy time space thing that you do where you fold space?
Oh,
You want me to
that-
like make it
okay.
so we're basically the
Up there, yeah.
where up there is folded down to here?
Sure. That can work. Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly, whatever. Just the thing.
Okay, just point directly at where you want us to go, and I will cast shortcut.
She does.
And I cast it.
All right, let's see how well it does in terms of. I love that this is one of the very first spells you guys learned too. Like you guys had to do this one in class the day that Elizabeth wasn't with you. That's so cute.
It's a rank 1 spell.
Yep, it
Listen,
is.
Percy was gonna make you stairs. So
I love it. I love how you guys use the magic because like it's unlike any other magic. Okay. The good
11,
news
but
is
still, it's a rank 1 spell.
yeah, it is a rank 1 spell. It's not very hard to do, and for somebody with your talent in time and space, it happens pretty quickly. As you, it's almost like it folds in on itself. The floor comes to meet that point right in front of you, dropping. You don't know where, but below you. And before you know it, it stands in front of you. Now, what's most interesting is as you get closer, you realize how large this electronic node is. And it's created and made of these different layers of metal, these like sheets of metal, as if stacked pieces of some kind of tiny bit of technology. If you zoomed in very, very tight, it looks sharp on the edges, and electricity does flow between it. And deep on the inside, when you look between two of the slats of metal, you can see there is something glowing in there. It embers a different, like, warm color than all of the kind of blue electricity that filters around you.
That thing?
inside.
Does that look like the thing
Packet?
that... The thing?
different than everything else, so it's gotta be it.
I suppose so.
The three
so.
of them that were with you all watch. They're kind of like taking a back seat. It's interesting. They're watching the five of you like work. And
Is it
yeah.
safe?
Can we reach it? Like from where we are? Or would we is it farther in?
Being the adult, I will levitate it to us.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I can shrink it if we need to make it smaller to get through like a
Oh,
like railing or something.
that's interesting.
Nice.
Percy was gonna cast a grabby hand.
So,
I like that y'all are like real answers.
Loretta conjures another cardboard box and scrawls the word Herman on it.
all right. So, as you okay, so I don't know what the plan is, but the guy he steps forward. He does, and he says, "Look, this is kind of dangerous. You can't just go into anywhere and just take information." That's what that is. He points to kind of glowing ember.
All right, then, expert. What are we supposed to do?
Tell us that.
Oh,
I mean, tell us anything and expect us to already know what it is.
He goes, well, I knew it the moment I saw it. Haven't you seen digital information before?
No,
No,
obviously.
none of us have seen
been in
that.
here.
No.
Can
We would ask if we've done any of this before. You just pull us through a portal, we get lost.
Oh, he said, I did not do
no.
any of the kind. I was
Hey.
ordered by the Witches' World Council.
Can we put it in Percy's phone?
Oh yeah, can I just like transfer the data?
Possibly. He kind of thinks about that for a second, as if that's actually a really great idea. And the innovator, so that's the one with the like red overalls. She kind of has this cube in her hand and her little wand attached to a battery pack at her belt. She says, well, maybe I could make something to keep you safe as you go in to get it. Because it is quite a distance in. Like, you're looking at it being 20 or 30 feet towards what seems to be a centralized core of some kind that may run up the center of this tower. And she says, but it's going to be tough. There's a lot of power flowing through this.
Well, what if we create kind of like power suit?
Okay.
So so we can create from the digital realm. We're in the digital realm, so we
Yeah.
have everything we need.
Yeah.
Outfit me in a suit, and I can go grab the data.
The Technomancer steps up, and she says, I like this idea. Yeah, we could make a power suit. I think between all of us. He doesn't seem so amenable to the idea, but he says, I mean, if that's all we've got. The three of them kind of turn around and whisper in a little huddle to themselves.
Well, that's not all we've got.
I love her.
Percy, if you want, I could stop time again.
Yeah, but that might not actually help with a lot of power. Like, there's a lot of
I can
It's
make.
stopped.
current.
I can put an
If
extra safeguard on.
current is stopped, it's not a current anymore.
Oh, sorry, what was that you said, Jess?
I said I can put extra safeguard on you to protect, further protection on that from spells and magic stuff.
Oh.
Okay, so if Elizabeth pauses time, I can just walk in there, grab the data, and come back. Maybe you should stop time on both of us. That way when I'm done, you can start it again. And
Yeah.
we don't have the same I lay like a fishy for a while.
As you guys are like, oh, well, we could do this, the innovator, you just kind of hear her like rustling about. She's like doing something with the three of them, and she simply turns around and she goes, done.
Oh, perfect.
She goes,
Cool.
here, wear this. And she hands you a belt. Some kind of belt. And she says, as long as you're wearing this, you should be okay. Here you go. And it's this chunky, it's literally made out of like pieces and parts that she either had on her or found here or maybe broke off of something. They all seem to have kind of had their hand in making it, but it is not becoming. It sits like a WWE belt. It's huge around your waist. And she says, so this is going to attract all of the electricity, so you should be able to walk right through and not touch you. But you can't touch anything.
Okay.
So,
How is she supposed to touch the data then?
well, I thought
I
you
was
were going to do it on your phone.
magic. Yeah, it's like a magic.
Okay.
Yeah, Elizabeth's like, sure, all right, I believe that. Percy seems sure of it. So she kind of buckles you in. They definitely have to tie it on a little bit, like it does not fit. It's too large.
As they're tying that, Percy just looks at Elizabeth and is like, she mouths really like big so she could read it, like, time stop, plan still, go.
Yeah. Before you guys do that, Jess is gonna walk up to you and kind of like, here, this should hopefully keep you safe. And she'll just kind of trace like a glowing shape, like outline around you, and just kind of make some gestures, and you kind of have like this like translucent like sheen over you, like glowing sheen. So I just casted Super Shield on you.
Nice.
So that protects you from all defense. I think it's like it's a magic type 3, so defense adds 5.
Cast it, yeah.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
for everything. Good luck.
Elizabeth, are you going in the time stop too?
Okay. Time stop.
No, no. I was asking, are you going in? Because, okay, that's great. You don't get a shield then.
Oh no.
Well, hopefully Elizabeth's not touching anything. It's just Percy.
Yeah.
I was going to cast a shield as well, but okay.
Okay, yeah, so here's the thing. So you guys tell me the shield adds what to Percy? Because it's only going to work for one person.
So Sean, so Jess cast hers on Percy.
So you
Okay.
have, I think defensive 5. I think extra.
Okay, so it adds
So it
5
adds
extra.
5.
Okay, so that's a temporary, and that's only on Percy. Anybody else that wants to be protected will have to, like, it's an individual based type thing. So who are you wanting to put yours on, Raven?
I was going to put it on Elizabeth if she was going into the time stop, but if she did the time stop as soon as I asked her if she was doing the time stop, then I don't have time.
Yeah, also true.
So I said, "Are you going into the time stop?" And then she's like, "Okay, time stop." And I'm like,
Boop.
Okay.
Well, it does take a minute to actually happen. So let's get the time stop rolled to see how successful it is. And then what we can do is, as it slows down, you would be casting it in slow motion until time comes to a stop.
15.
That's pretty doggone good. Okay. Yeah, I would say, I think that's what you rolled last time, actually. You did this. So that is successful, for sure. Okay, this is what I think I want.
No.
Let's go ahead. I'm going to let you roll it because you did cast it. So go ahead and roll that Raven. As time begins to like slow, Percy, you're going to be the one that's out of it, correct? That's not.
Yup.
Oh, I think you're muted.
Sorry,
That's
I was
okay.
coughing. Elizabeth and Percy will not be stopped. That way, when Percy's done, Elizabeth can restart time instead of us having to like wait it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Unlike last time when she flopped like.
Yeah,
a
you
fish
can be
from
like
a
Elizabeth's the emergency like
yeah,
button, right? Yeah.
the emergency pull the plug. But hopefully, I won't have to really like touch things.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go.
Oh shoot! You still have that little like.
What did Eris get, or what did Raven get on her roll for that? Let's see how she does
What?
first. Yeah, go ahead and roll for the protection that you were going to put on Elizabeth, because it's still going to cast.
Okay, sorry.
Oh yeah, I should roll for Percy's one as well.
Yeah,
Oh.
let's make sure you don't totally bomb it.
Yeah.
Don't forget you got a +1.
Yes.
One.
Raven, Eris is like,
So,
and don't forget I have a name.
8, 9, 8 plus 9.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Great.
I got a 9.
Okay. Let's get the last one here.
Okay, 15.
15.
So when you're casting magic at a person, it always goes against their resist.
It's not against it. When you're looking to cast it on a willing person, it
Okay.
needs to meet.
Except in my case.
Except in her
because
case.
of my...
So in this case,
Because I'm a hex breaker.
yeah. So I will say this. So you go to cast out, Raven. Time begins to slow. Magic physically leaves your... Do you use a wand?
Yes.
Yeah. It like leaves your wand, the tip of your wand in slow motion, and kind of starts to move around Elizabeth as everything comes to a halt. Jess, yours definitely worked on Percy. No big deal.
Yeah.
So time stops. You guys did not tell the other three your plan. As time begins to slow, you see he picks up on it very quickly, and he
How's that
turns
feel?
and like
How's that feel not
looks
doing
at Elizabeth, eyes wide as he like, and time freezes.
Okay. Percy is, while wearing the belt, even though it's kind of too big, starts to make her way closer. And when she gets close enough, she's going to cast Any Drive, which lets her download information.
Right.
So she's going to download that onto her phone without having to touch it.
Okay. Cool. So as you begin to enter the space, it gets like this whole place feels very eerie and open. Until you begin to like move through these metal like slivers. It is very tight. So I am going to need to assure you don't touch anything. So this should be fun.
No, body is not Percy's.
Oh no.
Body
Oh,
is
no.
not Percy's thing, but that's okay. I was going to see if I could give you anything. If you have athletics to add to it, I would add that, or acrobatics.
Ooh.
Yeah, this will be fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, she's
All right.
all
Let's
skilled.
let's get it. You're just gonna have to roll it.
3.
Yeah, awesome. And a 1. Did you add the 1?
Okay. I added what I had.
Oh no.
Wow. So you're kind of like going through this belt, this chunky belt.
Wait, since time has stopped, you get +5.
Oh, that's
Oh.
right. So that's even
Okay.
better. Okay, so yes.
So that's 8.
Electricity, even with the like stop of time, which really just slows it, you can't stop time. All you can do is slow it to a crawl. And so as it slows to a crawl, electricity is moving at this like incredibly slow pace as it arcs out, because it does move at the speed of light. It's beautiful, Elizabeth and Percy. It is incredible to watch electricity move at this slow of a pace. And as you kind of shimmer through, literally, it's kind of like you're going down a bus aisle. Like trying not to touch anything. You manage to shimmer down to the core. When you reach the cortex, you realize that it is cylindrical, and these like slats and all of this metal are like jabbed and jammed into it as if it's a circuit, like a chip that is on a big size. And there is this like glowing ball of light. So go ahead and cast from here, Percy. Make sure to take your +1 and your 5.
Ooh. Okay. 15.
15. Wow. Yeah, it takes you a second. You actually kind of, you see it glowing. You move your phone close to it, and you start the kind of automatic download process. It takes a moment, but sure enough, you see the bar. It starts at like the 1%, 2%, and then it starts to speed up much faster as the download begins until it dings to 100%.
And as soon as it does, she's going to turn and make her way back to Elizabeth.
And you are able to do so. You actually like just shimmy the back the opposite way because it is very, very tight. Your phone now says no storage. Whatever this is large piece of data. It filled your phone to its max. So it's going to slow it down a smidge, but you make it out.
I was going to ask you to record the lightning.
Oh, I'm out of storage now. Well, before we start it all back, I can realize a photo of this. So Percy's going to cast Realize, which basically makes the digital real, and she's going to Polaroid a photo of this.
Very cool. Okay.
Reddit will love this.
Okay.
Right, she would.
22.
Yes.
Wow.
Hey, I
Like,
got my moving pictures.
yeah. You take a few, actually, with that high of a roll. You just have to do it with your hand, and then it appears the Polaroid.
She does the, like, little with her hands, and she goes...
Yeah, and it does. And out of midair, as if there was a camera there, a Polaroid, like, spits and prints. Before, and Elizabeth's welcome to release time whenever she's ready.
All right, we're good.
Pictures would be the thing that you got, like, such a good roll on, too.
Yeah, right? Of all the things...
Yeah.
Elizabeth picks
All
him up
these
and just,
different
like,
body checks and spell checks. No, pictures. Got it.
Elizabeth picks him up and it's like, these would be great for research.
Oh, yeah. We should probably
Anyway.
start time again.
Okay, time go.
Time go. And he goes, no!
No, we're fine. Here, I have it all.
No.
And we have these great pictures.
What did you do? No. No. He looks at the three girls and he goes, did she just stop time? I think she just stopped time.
She definitely stopped time.
He goes,
But then it stopped the current and it was safer for me to get.
He goes, I need all of you to grab your things and begin running.
Okay.
Where?
That
Which
way.
direction?
And he points and he goes, no! As he looks behind him. And there's kind of a herd or horde of strange flying, like, electricity creatures that begin bolting your direction. He says, the firewall is coming for us now.
Oh, and with that, Percy starts running.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll run.
Yeah.
Just like book, just
He was like, oh, you got the information.
I'll run.
The one in the overalls, she's like running and she's like, that's really cool. Was it really cool to see it in slow mo? Oh my gosh.
It was really cool. We took photos. We'll show you when we're done.
And these kind of like creatures, they're sparking all the electricity around, but they're washing over like a wave. And you can see it hitting as it passes through to cleanse and the firewall and assure that there's nothing inside of all of this. Like each of these servers or these data nodes.
Quick, everyone, grab onto each other, make a chain, and Percy's gonna try to cast modem and travel to a different computer to come out.
Oh, are you gonna try to travel everybody?
Yeah, if everyone can grab together.
Okay. People start grabbing hands. He says, this is a good idea, let me help. You can feel a large amount of magical energy pass through you, Percy, from Bert to you, as you try to do this. So you'll gain a +1.
Okay, cool. Fingers crossed.
Oh.
16!
Nice.
Very nice. And sure enough, you all like, bloop, bloop, as the firewall washes over the place you guys were all just standing, or running.
And she's going to target her laptop in the dorms.
Okay.
Because she knows it the best.
Okay. Yes, you target your laptop, which I'm guessing you've left open? Like,
Yeah, it says there's no maximum range of travel, but if the endpoint is destroyed or turned off, you'll appear at the starting point. So yeah, I can just go to whatever computer, no matter the distance, and it takes 1 minute to travel.
Okay. Oh, I have a cat. Hi, cat. It's a surprise. Hey. So, you guys travel. It does take you a while. You're going a long way, right? Even through the internet, you have to ping from one major server to another, as you guys are basically like teleported in the cybermancy way. And you come to a resounding halt inside of Percy's computer. Percy, I would say that you know this is yours, you know your own code and the way that you organize files and things. You're sure that this is definitely your computer.
Okay, well, we're in my laptop now, so as long as you guys know how to get out, it's totally safe.
He says, of course I do. And he slaps down the similar kind of item as before. The little V comes up. You can see that it has 2 lights on it. One light is out, as if it has a certain amount of uses before needing to be recharged. The single last use, he says, quickly, it won't last long.
All right.
Did it?
Bloop, 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 bloop. All of you, like, jump in, and it tosses you each out of Percy's kind of screen in a... It kind of materializes you, I guess you could say. And now all of you, the three of them included, stand inside of your dorm room. It is significantly more quiet than before. It seems to be possibly the middle of the day. You're not 100% sure. Yeah.
Welcome to our dorm room.
Hey, you did it! High five.
Yeah!
Where are we?
This is Willow Mist Academy. This is
Oh.
our dorm room.
Oh. The one of the overalls, the very excited inventor. She goes, "Oh, I've never been to the States before."
Welcome to Maine.
Maine? That's a state?
Yes, it's very north of the country.
But it's part of the country.
But it is part of the country.
She seems very confused about how
One could say it's on mainland.
the technomancer finds that joke very humorous. The kind of hefty woman, she the Jinx has jokes. She found that funny. And he says, "Well, there's no time to waste. We must move."
Oh, yes. I have all the data on my phone.
Great. He looks at all of you and says, "Well, you're gonna deliver it, right?"
Where did we deliver
Where
it?
does it go?
Where?
They didn't tell you where to deliver the package?
No.
Oh no.
They didn't even tell us your names.
No, we didn't know we were going to cyberspace. No one told. Just go through the portal and that's all.
Just like listening to all of you be like, "It's not our fault."
You were the only ones who ever mentioned a package.
Well, we were just told to escort you to get the package and return you to safety.
Well,
Who,
then,
I guess-
then
Who
bring it
sent you
us
to
in.
us?
Oh, Aurora Mist sent us.
Oh.
So I guess back to Aurora Mist's office.
Yeah.
Why do we keep getting
Is there a problem with Aurora Miss sending us?
He goes, "I wish you all much luck, but I will not be escorting you to her office."
I think we can make it ourselves. We know this campus.
He kind of
Yeah, why?
straightens his collar. The other two like look back and forth like, "Don't ask the question."
Why won't you escort us to Aurora Mist?
The cute one with the overalls kind of stands up. She goes, "It's a long story that really does not need to be retold. So maybe we should just go. We're gonna go now.
No. Short version.
He looks very grumpy. He says, "This is none of your business."
Well, why did you even mention it then?
He says, "I just told you I wasn't interested in going to Aurora Mist's office."
Well, we didn't really invite you, did we?
Well, I'm supposed to escort you. That was my mission.
You did a good job.
Well,
You lost
technically
us.
we are home.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we
No.
are safe. You did achieve that.
He goes, "Good, fine. I'm leaving. I'm going."
Would you like help returning home?
He kind of walks in circles around the room. Yes, I would. I would like that. Thank you. Very
And
much.
What do we do?
here's some,
What do we get them? Do we get them a plane ticket?
And here's some
I
cookies
cast-
on the way back.
Yeah, I just cast teleport and teleport them back to where we met them.
Nice. And they all go, and the last one to go, of course, is our cute little inventor. And on the way, she goes, "That's Aurora's ex-boyfriend!"
Oh.
As she like bloops.
I wasn't expecting that. Wow. What?
It sounded like it could be.
There's your drama for the day, everybody.
Gosh, I love her.
I thought he was like our
Traveled to
age.
cyberspace with the headmistress's ex-boyfriend.
She
Well,
sent us.
Well, I can see why it didn't last long. He was such a rude individual.
You never told us anything. You think someone that was that old would be more helpful?
You hear a voice you know from behind you, but he is really handsome, says Ashley.
Ashley.
I love how you guys don't care that she just appears anymore.
Hey, Ashley.
Do you know how old he is?
Oh, no. I didn't know it was her boyfriend either till now.
Do you know where our pet rock is?
Oh yes. The,
Really hoping for
Sherman?
a gold or something.
yes.
um,
The glowing.
Big, and he's covered in angry red things. And
So there's
Some
kind of
sort of,
maybe a possibility, maybe kind of sort of, that we lost a rock.
How do you? It doesn't
Ashley.
move.
You lost Sherman.
And by losing it, I mean, Witches World Council came and took it.
Oh, that's not losing it. That's something
Oh.
else.
Maybe it's
We're okay with that.
Okay.
You can't stand up to them. It's
No,
fine.
this is.
I can't stand up to you, she says, much less
You-
them.
You didn't get in trouble, did you?
Define trouble. Because we're all kind of in a lot of trouble. Did you get
Well-
the package?
Yes.
Yes.
By the way, I'm Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Oh yeah, I know. I'm your fairy godmother, Ashley.
I'm 25 right now.
Oh, right. She
Yeah.
goes, oh, I can see through that. She laughs and she says, I'll know what you look like from now until the day you die. I'm your fairy
That's
godmother.
creepy.
Well, some things come with the job.
Okay, Ashley, we're gonna table that
Mm-hmm.
for now.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna come back to that because you're gonna have to tell us more about that. But first, we should probably.
Oh, no, I can't tell.
You can't tell us what we look like?
No, that breaks all the fairy godmother rules.
Oh.
If I
All
tell
of
you what you look like when you're old, then you'll change it. And then it's kind of like changing time, which is like super against the rules. So I'm not really allowed to say. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. Don't tell anybody this.
That's so
But-
boring.
But I can
Gosh.
make myself like any age. So
Elizabeth, are you actually small, or are you for real, or are you like this?
I'm 12.
Okay. It's just everyone could be like 400 years old. It's confusing.
So where's the
Yeah.
package?
Oh, right here. And Percy holds up her phone.
You put it on your personal
Ashley?
phone?
What was all we
That's
had?
all we had.
If we had been told more about the mission before we went, we could have packed.
But
for
it was
it.
time sensitive and urgent.
Yeah,
That's just where we have to go.
If it's time
They don't
sensitive and
tell
urgent, why
us
doesn't anybody tell us
anything.
anything at all
They
about
just say
what
go
we're
through the
doing?
portal. Oh,
mean,
well,
Well, if it's time sensitive, Elizabeth picks up Percy and just starts running to the office.
Nice.
Wait, I have legs.
Mine are longer right now.
Wait, I was about to say, you do have adult legs, and you bolt out having picked Percy up. Surprisingly much stronger than you probably realized. That adult strength that happens when you get older.
yeah. It's certainly not like the body degrading. It's not.
No, definitely not that. And you bolt down the hallway. Do all of you follow? Ashley goes quickly after.
Oh yeah, I was just like, no,
Yep.
just run.
Before I leave my room, I grab my broom.
Nice. Very good. You guys bolt down to Aurora Mist. It takes you a couple minutes, but with adult legs, it's much faster, clearly. And so,
In the morning. Next day,
Fireman's
you're not going to be
carry.
achy.
you're not gonna hurt or ache. Your lower back is gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So you run down. The rest of you, the four of you, along with Ashley, pitter along behind. You get to Aurora Mist office. The door is closed. What do you do?
Knock.
Knock, knock.
You hear Aurora's voice
Put
very
Percy
calm.
down.
Do come in.
Open the door. Hello, I'm Elizabeth.
We have the package.
Of course, she sits in her chair back to the door. Fire on, tea's on the table. She says, well, come in, ladies. Did you retrieve the package?
Yes. And Percy puts her phone on the desk.
It's in the phone.
It's on there.
You put it on your personal phone.
No one said not to. No one said anything. Why didn't you tell us what we're doing?
We didn't have anything else to put the data
Ladies,
on, so we used what
calm
we
down.
had.
She says,
I mean, it was either this or a cardboard box with the name Herman on it.
now I would have liked to have seen that. Do
I
you
could
know
have
what
turned
you...
it into a rock.
She says, do you know what you have on that phone?
No.
Why can't we put it on the phone?
Percy, I am going to have to confiscate your wand.
Okay.
I assure you, I will provide a replacement.
Okay.
Maybe a special one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You can have that one. That's fine.
Wonderful. And she kind of picks it up and puts it in a deep pocket in her red robe with the hood that she wears as kind of cloak. And she says, that is all, ladies. Have a good evening.
Okay. Percy
That's
walks
it?
out kind of
Oh.
in a daze because she doesn't have a phone right now.
She's like, I don't know what to do with my hand.
I can't Instagram.
Raven actually stands there for a moment, just like flabbergasted that they still haven't been told anything at all.
Raven, you seem...
I just don't understand, because you sent us on a mission.
I did.
And you didn't even tell us the names of the people that we were sent to meet. And then we met the people and we were supposed to pick up a package, but we didn't even know what the package looked like, much less what it was. And now person has her wand confiscated because she put the package on there and we still don't even know what it is. And you're acting like it was our fault that all this is screwed up.
Oh, I didn't say you screwed up. You all did quite well. Please understand. I am often in the know, but I cannot know everything, Raven. I did not know who would be assigned to your mission. I simply sent you. Were they not nice?
He was not nice.
There was
Well,
a person named Bert.
The air, like, sucks out of the ring.
we
Oh.
came in not knowing anything, and they made us feel bad about not knowing anything, even more than we already didn't know.
I am sorry that you were assigned to such advanced cybermancers, but it was probably for your own benefit.
They lost us right away.
If you were with
Yeah, basically.
All the work.
lost you. Don't answer that. If you were assigned to Bert and his team, then you recovered something very important. They are considered special ops. They have far since left being Hex Scouts and have become top agents for the Witches' World Council. You stood in the presence of 3 of the greatest witches and wizards that really cybermancy has to offer. The package, it is unfortunately not meant for you to know what is in it. We were asked to keep it top secret. Your job was to return it, and you all did. And she like snaps her fingers, and when she does, 2 patches appear on your vests. One for traveling through time, your time travel, and there is another one. It has an electricity bar on it. And she says, in that one, you have earned for a cybermancy, a gamer patch. I wish there was more I could tell you. But if I revealed what was on or in that package, we would all be at great risk. Yes, Elizabeth.
How much am I allowed to tell my dad?
She smiles. She says, you can tell your father whatever you like. But know that information, it is more valuable than any gold or voodoo dollar or piece of magic. Witches used to spend their days binding books. A special order of them. Magic books. Their lives were dedicated to it. Writing spells, recording them. And then technology came along. There was a fair share of witches, including your mother. She looks right at Loretta, who felt that technology would destroy who we are, our way of life. And then there are your extremists, the highbenders, who believe that it's even worse than that. But much of the witch society realized that technology is an opportunity to try something new. She points at Percy, such as cybermancy, to bridge gaps. But Where it can be used for good, it can also be used for evil. And those many, many thousands and thousands of hand-bound books by your sisters have, over time, been re-recorded into a digital format. You didn't hear it from me, but some of the darkest spells in the world are coded and encrypted into a digital presence, much like we believe your sister's mind to be. I cannot tell you what you have actually collected, because if I did, you would be tried and possibly killed by the Witches' World Council. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Very similar to the sticky bun incident. As innocent as it may seem.
That is.
You have done very well. You should be proud of yourself. And as for your pet rock, I confiscated it. It was, in fact, a very volatile manifestation of a high-bender supported computer virus, which all of those things together I never thought I would say.
I think we just wanted to make sure that it wasn't causing any trouble.
So far, so good. But we don't know what it means for you to have ripped such a virus, gave it physical form, and then turned it into a rock. So we're trying to figure out what it knows and if we can use it to backtrack and try to potentially locate where the source code came from. Raven, do not fret.
The idea of interrogating a rock just got me.
Yeah, somewhere out there are two dark witches, hands on a table, playing good cop, bad cop over a rock.
Either that or it's doing that to a bird.
Tell us what you know!
The single light.
We'll give you your life back, your real life. Your sentient bird life.
The bird just wants to be a monitor again.
Oh my god. And she says, so please, ladies, do me a favor. Try to just keep your heads down. I feel like we are close to finding Morwen. You can tell it's difficult for her to say the name out loud. But until we do, you must cooperate.
It just makes it easier when we have any sort of idea what we're supposed to be doing.
I agree.
Yes.
To get a package with nothing more than go through this tunnel and meet some people.
I think we almost died a bunch of times. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we almost died.
And
It might have been a little bit better if we had slightly more information.
to echo
Like
Raven,
a vague idea of what we were doing.
it seems that we've gotten into more trouble and danger not knowing what's going on than actually knowing what's going on.
I used all my zap.
She goes, good. The more zap that you use, the better witch you become. It may exhaust you, but you'll regain it. There are so many things that I wish I had answers to. And I appreciate that all of you feel that I am in the know. But I'll be honest. If you want to have your questions answered, some things are even above my head. You are welcome, as every Hex Scout is, to put in a formalized query with the Coven of 13 to have your questions answered. Will they tell you? I do not know. But you are welcome to make a valid concern. Witches' lives are valuable, and we stand to always protect them. So if you feel that you are at a disadvantage by not knowing things, maybe you should speak with them. Last time I checked, Elizabeth knows one of them personally. Don't you, Elizabeth?
Yes.
It helps to have friends in high places, ladies.
Well, that's good. Talk that idea over. You can tell Percy's a little uncomfortable about the idea of like going straight to the council.
Says, well, it is Friday. You've missed a full week's worth of classes. See what we can't do to get you caught up, but I suggest you use your weekend to handle some of that. I'll speak with your teachers.
But I love the weekend.
Shh, just don't push it.
Just scurry along. You have a life to live outside of the technical realm.
Yes, ma'am. Just real quick, when can I potentially expect a new wand?
She laughs. She says, it's already been delivered to your room, Percy.
Oh, thank you. And she'll like start to kind of walk towards the door.
Yeah. She says, have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.
Yes, ma'am. Bright and early.
And she kind of goes back. You hear her just like sip on her tea. Do all of you follow to the door?
Mm-hmm.
Great. You guys head back to the dorm. The camera pans out over the shoulder of Aurora Mist as she holds Percy's phone in her hand. She clicks the button and the screen lights up. And you watch as she thumbs through an extreme amount of like code and CodeNet. And she gets to the bottom and she kind of like highlights something, hits enter, and a light flickers, flashes. And somebody types something, and she types something back. You're unable to see what it is from the camera angle. And the camera goes down the hallway following all of you back to your dorm. Our scene tonight will end as Percy pulls out the Polaroids that she took, sharing them with Loretta as if to help her better understand how technology works. But the more you stare at them, there's one in particular, since you took a couple, that Percy haunts you, all of you, as you stare at it. Deep in the background of one of the images, far off in the distance, there seems to be a silhouette, a person that you could say, that kind of comes to life from the electricity charges. And it is in fact Morwen. Her kind of electric facade stands there staring at all of you, posing in the background of one of the Polaroids that you took, as if she was trailing you the whole time.
Yeah, we all probably shooting at screens at once. Like,
no! It's very eerie. And that's where we're going to have to end our episode, because it's time. It is time. It is time. Yep, my daughter, when we took her phone away, when can I have it back? Let's go around. You guys tell us who you are and where we can find you online, and then I'll do our little closeout. So let's go backwards. That makes you first.
Perfect. I am Tiffany. Again, I am part of the North by Northwest podcast with Dot. I'm currently GMing as well as playing in our side quests, so please check that out. Every Wednesday we release. You can also find my sewing and cosplay adventures on all the socials as RTS Cosplay, stands for Rattle the Stars Cosplay. And I am really excited for my new fake cell phone.
You do get a new fake cell phone.
New fake cell phone.
Nice. And Jess.
I'm Shauna, Flying Source on Twitter. Catch me pin tweet all the games I'm doing throughout the week, which is now all my bad characters, because apparently Jess is my only good character, so yeah. It's Hell's Rebels. I play just a self-involved glamour bard.
Oh my gosh.
And,
that sounds like a bard. The only bard I have in my back pocket for D&D is called, his name is Billiam Shakespeare. Mm-hmm. And he's a total
she's the worst.
She's the worst. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
I love it. I love it. Awesome. And where can we find you playing the worst bard in the world?
Power Scar RPG on Hell's Rebels.
Nice.
And then on Pro Starter on the Phase, I play even worse character. I play a mad scientist who's done a lot of bad things, and the group now knows. So that's gonna be a real conversation next session. So, yeah, there you go. And I imagine Jess after this just probably turns into a wolf, gets on her bed, and just shreds one of the pillows in frustration.
Love it. And moving over to Kika.
Hi, I'm Kika. You can find me here at twitch.tv/Kika. That's twitch.tv/KKA, and on Twitter at twitter.com/KikaVO. I don't really stream much, so just follow me on Twitter and find all the streams that I am on.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, let me see. I can do this. I have a thing for this while I'm talking. Next up is... Who's next? I'm not staring at my screen. I think that is... Hang on, sorry. I'm going to put this in here because this has all of your links to your Twitters.
I think it's Catherine.
It is Catherine. Catherine!
Yes, I'm Catherine, also the Gluttonous Geek on Twitch. I run a weekly kind of D&D and tabletop-inspired cooking show called Munchies and Minis. Tomorrow night I am streaming from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. The D&D challenge word for this week is elf. So I'll be making elvish mint and berry pies for that. Also, I run the nerdy food blog, thegluttonousgeek.com. You can find me on Twitter at gluttonous_geek. And new info for those who are fans of Zombie Orpheus Productions and the Gamer series Journey Quest and all that. They currently have their season 4 Kickstarter out. They have asked me to do recipes for their stretch goals. So yeah, if you would like some exclusive recipes as well, check that out. Hashtag renew Journey Quest 4.
Oh,
So-
nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And in fact, as a reminder, you're going to get some of those sweet recipes. One's actually specific to Witch Girls. If you win the giveaway, the very final episode of this campaign, which will happen 6/18, June 18th. So just be on the lookout for that. And last but certainly not least, we have Eris. Except... I think-
Hello.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Yep. Sorry, my internet's been in and out all day. I am Eris Savad. You can find me mostly on Twitter at Eris_Savad. You gotta have that underscore in the middle because it's important.
Yes.
I make a bunch of stuff. I make mostly dice trays and bags and stuff for people who like to travel. You can find all my stuff at erissavad.com. And the tray that I'm making for the giveaway, yeah, there's that one. It's good. The tray that I'm making for the giveaway is actually going to be my first and only. It's going to be a patchwork tray inspired by the girls, the witches themselves. So everybody took picked a fabric and we're going to patchwork them together. So it's going to be like a one of a kind. You are the only person who gets to win this. There's only one being made.
Oh my god! The hype is real. It is so real. Awesome.
Eris's stuff is beautiful. Go check it out.
Yes, yes.
My case right here.
And everything I have is either spoken for or going to convention with me. So if you want to buy something from me within the next month or two, you have to come to Gex convention in Dulles, Virginia. You just have to.
Gotta
It's the only
come.
way.
That's the only way.
I mean, it literally is the only way because my queue's further out than that.
Nice.
She's just too cool. Just too great.
Too cool. So I'm trying to fix the I think it's RTS now. Yes, it is. I fixed it. Okay, and I am Dot. If you guys are here, thank you so much for hanging out on the Dot lot. I am a GM and digital storyteller. This is what I love to do, both here on my channel and all over the internet. So the best way to keep track of the many places that I play is to simply follow me on social media. And I make lots of posts about it. But the regulars, of course, are Wednesday for North by Northwest, which we already mentioned. There goes my lag again. Just lagging. Just so laggy. North by Northwest on Wednesdays. You can check me out on Thursdays on Unmade Gaming's channel playing in a Cypher System campaign. Saturdays I'm on the Roll For It community, my little home away from home. And then every other Sunday you can catch us here for the Owl of Lycia, which is the Cypher System game being hosted and run by Marcy Bellin on the Dot Lot. And then one Sunday a month, it's Sunday Funday, and this past Sunday Funday was a huge success. Ran it from the MomoCon floor, but we played our first Fate Accelerated game, not D&D for Sunday Funday, and we had a blast. If you like Witch Girl Adventures, you should definitely go check out the past Sunday Funday. We played something called the Breakfast Cult, which is a Fate Accelerated game set in a futuristic high school where they basically hide away all of the occult magic users and teenagers that have kind of arisen in this futuristic world. It's brilliant. It's wonderful. We had a very silly detention-based Sunday game where, you know, the janitor did it. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun. So you should check that out. And I think that's all the big stuff, but if you want to support the channel, not doing it with gold coin, that is totally fine. Hit that follow and subscribe button up there. That helps me out a ton. And make sure that the channel keeps going and you know when we go live, so you don't miss a moment of any story that is being told here. I'm also going to suggest you go check out my Twitter because I officially launched the big Magic Witch Girls giveaway that's going to kick us off into 3 giveaways before the end of this game. And you could win yourself, like she said, that tray, set of dice, a hardcover Witch Girls book, and then if you show up the final episode, you could win recipe cards, incredibly, I think we decided what art stickers is what you said, which is going to be so cool, or a digital copy of the game. So lots of things to be won, but the only way you're going to do it is if you're there. I think that's all I have to say. Let's go raid somebody else that's hanging out. It looks like Unmade Gaming is playing something, another home away from home. So we're going to count down here and go raid, show all of that dot lot love as you guys come in, and make sure that the drama ensues. We love Mike, we love Unmade Gaming, and we are raiding now. Have fun, raiders. They are raiding, and we are going to stop streaming.